Hi y'all. Prepper, survivalist roadblocks to growing food in a survival garden. See, the thing is, when you're growing food, uh, when you're growing food, uh, you could grow a lot of food, but if you don't know what to do with it after you've grown it, well, you're gonna lose it. But this is a half acre. It's 21 degrees right now. Wind chill's about 8 degrees Fahrenheit. But let me just give you a quick rundown of what's going on here. This is the garden plot. The ryegrass I planted is designed for the winter, and it's working really nice. See right there. Looks pretty cool. I got 4 garden sections, 1, 2, 3, and 4 right in there. I'm gonna probably have raised beds in there. But notice how I improvise. This is a bath towel. There's a cotton windbreaker, but I've also got a material synthetic one right here. But you don't want to sweat when you're wearing cotton. But the thing is this: you could grow a lot of food, but if you don't got nowhere to put it, well, you're still gonna have to put it in the ground. But you won't know what your roadblocks are or your brick walls are when you're gardening for survival unless you actually encounter them. It's kind of hard to explain. You don't know what your limitations are because you haven't hit the wall. Now, before you do this gardening stuff, you should have your canned food, and then you move up to mason jars, and then you practice canning food. And but how much do you need? You should have at least a year. You should be able to survive a year on your canned food or your seeds. If you want to survive on sprouting seeds. And I'm starting to think now it's better to have seeds that'll sprout than canned goods. But so you have your mason jars, and I've got a lot of extra mason jars just in case something goes wrong and I have to harvest a cow. You got to have enough to be able to can the meat. I mean, that's just the way it is, because anything can happen. But when you're growing, let me show you. I could grow the food, but what I figured out is I need a root cellar now because I've got nowhere to put it. I harvested one row. I harvested one row right here, and that's it right there. There's at least 100 pounds in there, and I got about 7 rows. Wow, man, the wind was so strong it broke tree branches down. See them over there? But that's another thing. Can you work out there in the weather? It's 8 degrees right now with the wind chill. It was 21. I don't know what the temperature is right now, but can you work under extreme conditions? I mean, it's one thing to be able to stack up food and all that stuff, but you got to be able to work in any environment that you could find yourself in. You're not guaranteed that you're going to be in the same place that you're at. If you look at the past histories of all the wars, people get displaced and relocated, and you've got to be able to relocate, grow food, build a structure, build a quick structure fast, and then start getting food in the ground. But look, so I've got 100 pounds here of daikon radish from one row at least, and This right here is sugar beets. Now, even though it's wind chill of 8, the leaves are still supple. I think they might make it. Man, them sugar beet leaves taste really good. And that's the roots. But I got a buddy at work that, you know, his wife's, you know, they grow kimchi. They make kimchi. So I'm just gonna harvest some of that. I got something to do with it, I guess, you know, I got someone to give it to. I'm not doing this to make money. This is just one big, huge survival project to see what it takes to survive. And I don't think most people are gonna make it, you know, because you've got to have land and you've got to have a root cellar. Now I found out that you need a root cellar to store all this food. I was feeding some of the daikon radish leaves to the cows, but they're not eating it all. And daikon radish causes a lot of gas, fermentation, so you know you got to be careful. But that's another roadblock. If you don't have your infrastructure built up, set up, ready to go, you know, you're screwed. Because even if you can grow the food, and this is just, let me put it like this. This is like maybe half of the full section that I'm growing food in right here. This is half. You know, I didn't plant in time on these rows over here, so I got turnips in there, but I planted them too late and they didn't grow. And look at this. This right here is frozen. Well, look at the size of these. Oh, look at that. I've got nowhere to put them. You know, I'm going to till them under, but if I had to really survive on the food, I've got nowhere to put it. See that? And I'm going to go ahead and rip that off. See how it's all iced up right there? Like ice. Ooh, it's cold. But anyways, it's cold out here. And I don't have the right gear on, but you know, I'm doing what I can with what I got. And so a lot of this is gonna get tilled under, but I know that I've got enough food to make it through the winter and to get that next crop growing, you know. But the thing is the roadblocks, the brick walls. You don't know where the brick walls are because you haven't run into them. And that's the thing that a lot of preppers and survivalists are gonna have a problem with. They're gonna run into brick walls because they haven't hit the wall. So I got to figure out how to make a root cellar now. All right. It's gonna look pretty cool here when it's all done. But hope you got something out of the video. I got to harvest a row of sugar beets, and I think they make the kimchi out of sugar beets and sugar beet leaves and some daikon radish. So if it works out, you know, I'll do a taste test. See y'all later. Brick walls. You don't know what your brick walls are. You don't know where the brick walls are in your preparedness journey until you run into them.